Good morning to all my happy planner friends. I'm here today to give you a little walkthrough of my January planner setup. I was looking through my YouTube channel and I realized that I haven't done a planner setup video since November. So I'm a little bit remiss in getting those done. And I've had a couple people ask me for a flip through of my Foxy Fix Hobonichi Weeks size notebook with my print pression in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything right now. I'll show you my planner and I'll talk about all the accessories. How about that? I'm using for January this amazingly beautiful pink hollow, white hollow glitter sequin bag from the amazing Deanna at So Sweet Stuff. I love these, the two-tone sequins. And I actually bought this to use in December of 2018. I've had this bag for over a year. And I just kind of loved it with my pink planner that I'm using for my January Cocoa Daisy kits, the noted kits. And so I pulled this out, and actually I'm not quite, since I switched to the week size, I wasn't quite sure about what size bag to get. And I've been using standard bags, a couple of my personal wide ring bags from way back when I was using personal wide rings. And this is actually an A6, a bag for that when I use my A6 rings. And this fits just fine. It just barely fits. I can zipper the top with no problem, and I could slide a couple sticker sheets or whatever down there in there if I had to. So those of you who are using hobo size, the A6 size works pretty well. I love Deanna's bags. They are so beautifully made, and she has all these great patterns. And just FYI, I'm a PR rep for her shop. So if you want to buy anything from her, and she has some awesome great designs, this little bag is also from her, which I'll show you in a few minutes. She's so sweet stuff. I'll link it down below in the comments, in the description rather, and I have a code for 15% off that you can use in the shop. So happy pouch buying. So here's my planner bag, and I use a planner bag because I carry my planner back and forth to work with me in like a messenger bag, and I don't want it being knocked around in there with all my stuff, with pens, with coffee, with whatever. It also, the bag helps to keep my swags from furring you, from getting all knocked around. So that's why I use a bag. And since I'm talking about the swags, I'll go ahead and tell you I'm also a PR rep for Lisa's shop. Lisa Forsyth, who is also on the Cocoa Daisy planner team with me, makes these amazing swags. She makes planner tails and bookmarks, and she just makes some beautiful, she makes clips, all sorts of beautiful things. I am also a PR rep for her shop, and she is Fur and You. I'll link that one down below also, .com. And for that one, you can use Christine10 and get 10% off of any purchase in her store. So let's go ahead and take a look at my planner. So you can see, like by the size of my hands, I guess, this is the size of the Foxy Fix Weeks size notebook. So this is a regular Foxy notebook like any other. It's got, this is the compact with 4 strands. This is the folio style with the big back pocket. It just happens to be, instead of B6 or A6 or personal or whatever, this is Weeks sized. I love it. It has the tall and narrow proportions that I used to love in the standard size when I was using that for a few months last year, but it's a little bit smaller and compact, a little bit easier to carry, and I just adore it. This leather is a Zoe leather. I love Zoe leather because see how the little crinkles are a different color. So like they're like a cream color than the leather itself. Zoe leather, unfortunately, was mostly discontinued from the shop. I think they might have some black, some posh left, but probably not much. And this pink was actually never released. I didn't even know it existed. A friend of mine, a planner friend who I discovered works at my same school, Sarah Hammerston. She actually owns a sticker shop too. I'll link her shop down below too. I'm just advertising for all my friends today, you guys. She ordered from a mystery sale, Foxy Fix mystery sale, sale, and she got a ring binder in this leather. And she came to school and brought it to show me, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? And we were looking at it, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I hope they release it. This maybe they, sometimes when they get a new leather, they put some in the mystery sales as a teaser. So I waited and waited, and it never came out. And I remembered one time Foxy Fix saying on Instagram, listen, if if there's a leather that we're kind of low on, we don't list it in the shop because we can't take many orders on it, but it's just sitting there. And if somebody emailed to request it, we could make them something. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take a chance and email about this leather. So I said, hey, my friend received this sort of pinkish nude blush colored Zoe in a mystery sale, and if you have any of it sitting on a shelf, I would love to order a couple things. And Jordan wrote back and said, I have a ton of this, I can make you whatever you want. So I ended up getting this notebook and a pencil pouch, and I freaking love it because it's this real sort of nude-ish, beige-ish pink on the outside, and then the inside, the suede part is like more of a vibrant, like pink. So it's like a nice little surprise when you open it up. I love the texture of Zoe leather. I love the degree of, it has just enough structure to it that it's not super floppy like a Lush. So when it's closed, it doesn't feel unstable. I just love it. And I got this gold B. I can't remember if I got gold hollow or just gold. It looks like just gold. The gold B on the front, and I don't know why I didn't get a spine debossing. That's not like me, but whatever. And my stitching is light pink, which fades right into the leather, and my elastic is the vintage pink. So if any of you are kind of itching like, wow, I really like that leather, email Foxy Fix, the customer service, and just say hey, tell them that you saw Pink Zoe in Christine's flip through video, and you're wondering if they have any and can they make you anything. They'll do a custom listing for you if they have some. So without further ado, now that I've done a lot of chatting about the outside of my planner, let's take a look inside. So all of my interior decorations are by Coco Daisy. I am on their planner and memory keeping design teams. So I'll tell you right now, I get a lot of my product either for free or at a discount in exchange for using it and showing it every month. So pretty much everything that you're going to see is Coco Daisy. If anything is not, I'll tell you what it is. If you do see something you like and you want to ask me anything about Coco Daisy, please feel free to ask me a question down below. Also, if you decide to start a new subscription with them and you mention my name, Christine Bryant, in the notes at checkout, you'll get a coupon for a purchase in the store. So my Foxy has petal pockets. Ever since they came out with these, I've been in love with them. And I made I took one of the tags from the pocket memory keeping kit and added some die cuts and hello 2020 and some twine. And that's usually my go-to decoration for the bottom front pocket. Just a tag with some deco on it. And then I usually grab a couple of the pocket cards, to put in my second petal pocket. One of them is always the Simon card, and he comes in the planner classified kit. The last minute is the most productive minute. I'll tell you what, my students certainly live by this rule. Yesterday, Friday the 24th of January, was the last day of the second marking period, and I came home yesterday afternoon with approximately, I don't know, maybe 150 papers to grade, because this week all of a sudden everybody's turning everything in. Oh yeah, it's the last day. Guess I better turn in all that homework from November. So yeah, and in my county, we have to accept that stuff. So yeah, Simon would agree that the last minute is the most productive minute. I also have the kit card here. Whenever you have a subscription with Coco Daisy, you always get a card with the name of the kits, and this is a really nice sort of linen-y paper. Some of the kit artwork, and then on the back, Christine just writes out her inspiration for the kit and where the ideas came from, so I always keep that. And then in the planner add-on kit, I believe, is always this card, which has color swatches for all the colors for the papers and decorations and things that come in the kits. And I find this very handy to match with inks. I have a lot of inks, and I keep all of my ink swatches on these cards. And then when I want to stamp in my planner and I want an ink that matches, I use this card to help find you know, find the perfect colors. And then I pull out, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 colors and just keep them to the side all month, and then I can use them. So I really, really, really love this card for that. I don't have to trial and error my inks. I can go right to the exact color I want. So that has been very helpful. So these items go here. We'll put Simon back in there. All right, come on, cards. They don't want to slide in. There they go. Okay. And then I have just a piece of paper stuck here. At first it was to add some structure to the pocket, but really this leather doesn't need structure, but now I've kind of gotten used to seeing something cute sticking out. So I took this piece of paper that actually doesn't even show, and I punched out circles from one of these papers that has all these different color circles on it. I punched out smaller circles and I just glued them on so that they overlap and tuck it in right there. So I have this little scallop edge of colored circles sticking out, and I like that. That's pretty. Next up is a dashboard. So Foxy Fix has the most amazing vinyl dashboards that are top loading or secretarial, and I adore them, and they don't have them in this size. The Weeks notebook size is a fairly recent addition, and I don't know if they're going to get the vinyl dashboards in the Week size or not. So I've had to make my own dashboards, and let me tell you, this was a trial and error kind of thing. Basically, it's laminate, and it's a laminate pouch, and you cut another pouch to the size paper that you want, and then you flip the 2 pieces back to back so that the smooth sides that don't grip are in the inside and the outsides are the grippy sides, and then you put those into another pouch so that when you laminate it through and cut the top, you have pockets that didn't fuse to themselves. I know I did not explain that very well, but there you go. So I ended up actually making 2 of these. So I have one here and then there's another one here. Because I like to use some of the dashboards and some of the papers that come in the kits. There's just too much stuff to not have anything. I mean, how ugly is it just to have an insert, right? So you got to have something cute. So here I used one of the January dashboards. These are the personal size dashboards. I trim them down a little bit left to right because personal is a little bit wider, but I left it top to bottom. I added some of the glitter dots, which I just love, a little bit of washi tape, same thing at the top. And here's when I first open my planner, I get to see that. And then the inside is just papers, and then on the back side I have the camera paper, and then I made a washi ruffle. As you can see under there, not a very good one. Cheryl Ryder is like the queen of washi ruffles. I keep telling myself if I practice I'll get as good as her, but mine are never straight or as ruffly. I don't know, hers are just so ruffly and mine are not. But I'm working on it. And I took one of the pocket cards that came in the pocket memory keeping kit. Good things come to those who hustle. I backed it with a little sliver of black paper, added some more of those glitter dots, and there's my dashboard. So along with this dashboard is an insert from Annie Plans Printables. This is the daily timed insert. Let me get this back in here. And I was using this to track my intermittent fasting. So I've started an intermittent fasting routine in November for overall general health, but also for weight loss. There's a lot of literature out there about the benefits of it. And I was doing really good in November. And then beginning of December was a little bit rough because I was trying to get ready for Christmas break and going on vacation. And then I went on vacation, and of course food was available 24/7, and we just ate constantly. And when I came back in January, I was trying to get back going on it again, and it sort of went in fits and starts. Like I was good for several days here. How far did I go? To the 10th, and then, oh look, the rest of the insert is blank. And here we are at January 25th, and yeah, I fell off the wagon. So I'm gonna try to pull myself back together in February for that. But what I do with this, in case anybody wants to know, I put washi tape on the times that I'm fasting, and I leave a gap during my feeding window. I have worked myself up to a 20-hour fast 4-hour feeding window because that's what works with my work schedule, and I do find it very easy to do. By the way, anybody out there, it's not starvation. You're eating all of your calories, you're just eating them in a shortened amount of time. So it is not starvation. Please don't email me or comment on me that I'm starving myself. There's a lot of research, but So I have the washi tape is to show the fasting times, and then the open spot is the window, and then I would write down what I had eaten. And I also have an app where I track it, but I also like the visual of like day to day. I can see all the days in a row of like what I was doing, and that way I could sort of spot patterns and see what was working and what wasn't. And then I fell off the wagon. So I'll print another one of these for February and start again, but that is that insert. My second dashboard has a piece of, this was a piece of acetate that came in the Cocoa Daisy, one of the kits, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's like silver foil paper airplanes. Can you see the silver? And I just put that, layered that over top of a piece of paper, and there's the back side of that paper. And then in the back, I have another paper with paper airplanes, and then here's another one of the dashboards. It's always a good day to have a good day, and I layered on some die cuts like down here, and more of those little glitter dots, and some more up there. And this insert is my planning insert for meeting my team obligations, particularly for Cocoa Daisy because I'm on both their planner and memory keeping team. So I have things that are due at certain times, and I need to make sure that I meet deadlines. So this is very helpful for that. There's a calendar. This is also from Annie Plan's printables. There's a calendar on the left side, and then the right side is, here's a blank one, just a grid. And so what I've done is printed out the planner challenge, and then I have a list of like my blog topics and when they're due, and I can check things off. And it helps me just at a glance see the whole overview for both teams for the month and make sure I don't miss anything. So this would also work very well for, for you, somebody at work, if they had projects going on or something like that. So I like this insert a lot. So this one is got like 12 months in it. So just every month I can keep the same insert and just add the information for the current month. So I'm getting ready to set up February, hopefully later on today, and I'll be setting up this page here, and then I'll just move this whole insert to my next planner. So those two items go on the first two strings in my notebook. The third string, the third elastic, is empty. There's nothing on this. I don't have anything else that I need to carry on here, so I just leave this one alone. The fourth string holds my Print Pression Weeks. And here's the elastic. It's on the back cover, and then my my Print Pression Weeks planner is in here. And for anybody who doesn't know much about this, I absolutely love it. I started using it in September, and let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February. It will be 6 months here coming up next month in this same planner. I don't think I've gone 6 months in one planner ever. I don't think I have. So, I mean, I'm constantly, if you go back through my YouTube feed, I am constantly switching sizes, constantly switching layouts, just because I like to do new things. Usually after a couple months I get bored and I just want something different. And I can't believe I've stayed in this book for this long. It has up in the front, it has the 12 months, and you can see that I've decorated with all my Cocoa Daisy stickers. So there's January, so I'll be working on February. And then after that, after the 12 months, are the weekly layouts. And I'll show you just the blank weekly layout. It has Erin Condren sized width boxes, 4 of them on each page with a little grid and a little header. And you can just decorate this however you want. And as long as I'm here, I'll do a little flip for you. Here was the very first week I ever did in September. Also September, and like I said, everything that you see in here pretty much is Cocoa Daisy. These were the stamps and stickers. Still September, and then here we started with October, the Autumn Whimsy kits. I really, really loved. I love my October pages. I'm really happy with how they turned out. This is how I had been doing it for September, where each block was a day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I decided to try on this week, I made each column a day. I wanted to use the full boxes, but a full box on each day would pretty much not leave me any room to write anything. So I was like, okay, let me do the column for a day, and that way I can fit the full boxes and still put in things I need to do. So this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the next page. And I liked this, and I think I did it again a couple more times. Not this time. This was also, or yeah, this time. that was fun. And then here is a week where I somehow smudged something and didn't realize it. And I was like, well, can't use that page. And then there's another one. Well, can't use that page. That's the great thing about undated book, is that I just turned the page and kept going. And then here was another week that I did with some stamps. And then we get into November, and this was the Memphis season kit. I loved all of these bright colors and really artsy kind of designs. This was back to the single box. I think there's another one there. No, I skipped that one because I messed up on, I dropped my stamp. Can you see? See the little bits of pink right there? Yeah, I was stamping and I dropped my stamp, and I was like, all right, well, can't use that page, and so I just turned the page and kept going. Excuse me. And then I went back to some stickers. I like to mix it up a little bit. Here's another where there's full boxes. I guess I did manage the full boxes. Oh, but you know what? I did one box across the page and then day above and day below, instead of like a box in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like 7 boxes on one page was not going to work. But this worked well. Here was the week I had all Simons. And then you know what? This week was so busy, I ended up not even, my parents came, this was Thanksgiving week, and then we went to my brother's house, and I ended up not even using this layout, which is too bad because I thought all these little Simon stickers were really cute. But you know, sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you are the bug. And this particular week, I was the bug. And then we got into December, the Nordic Woods kits. Oh my goodness, the whimsy, the art, with the gnomes and the deer and the colors. I just, oh man, I was really in love with the December kit this year. This was the week that I decided to experiment, and I cut up the acetate and then ran it through and made it stickers. That was kind of fun. I'm not sure that I would do it again now, but I liked it then. And then here were some more. And then we got into January. So January, the noted kit is all about office supplies and plants and clocks and pencils and binder clips and things and cameras. And I'm really loving the variety of things that I can do with this one. This was last week, the 13th through the 19th. And then here we are this week. I did nothing. I went to Greensboro over the long Martin Luther King Day weekend to visit my friends, and I got back on Sunday, and I was catching up on some memory keeping, and I went to bed Sunday, or rather Monday night. It was the holiday. I came back on Monday. I was doing memory keeping stuff. I went to bed and realized, oh crap, I didn't do my planner layout. I'll do it tomorrow. And then it just never happened. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, here we are right now today, and there's nothing. So I was definitely the bug this week, not the windshield. But hopefully after I get done with this video, I will have some time to actually lay out this for next week, which will be fun. And so then here's the rest of those. Here's all those pages. There's enough for 52 weeks in here. And then you get to the back, and there are pages that are just grid. And it's just a grid. And I was, for a while, using these for my tracker, like tracker and bill paying. Tracker on the left, bills on the right. There was September, there was October, there was November, and then I got lazy, and then I just basically was doing bills and not tracker. So, I may still, I'm not sure if I'm going to still do bills in here. I really want to get myself on a tighter budget and try to pay down some debt. And I'm not sure that this, like a little one-page thing, is going to do it. So I'm not quite sure what my solution is going to be for that. So I may or may not continue to use this. But there's my main planner. And you can see it's getting kind of, because it's all the stickers, it doesn't really close very tightly anymore. But I kind of like it. It shows that it's being used and loved. In the back pockets here, I have a pen loop with a Pen Gems pen. Coco Daisy has been sending pens in their kits, and I love the pens. They write so beautifully, but the noted pen has silver hardware, and I am just on this gold hardware kick right now. It matches the embossing, it matches the little gold bits in my swag, and I was just like, everything. I'm not a mixed metals girl, so that's why I've got the Pen Gems pen this time. And I've got a couple more Simon cards. Here's a new character, Gary, that they debuted this month. And then here's Gary with his own card. If I ignore it, maybe it will go away. I feel like this a lot of the time at school. How about if I just pretend like that didn't happen, and maybe it will take care of itself? And you know what? It never does, but I'm 52 and I still try that. In this pocket, I have washi card. This plastic card came in the January Cocoa Daisy kits also, the noted kit, and it's got this camera. Let me move it so you can see the artwork. It's got this camera and like almost like newspaper ads, and then I swatched my washi tape on the bottom, so if I need some, I've got it, and it fits. It's nice that it fits right back here next to the pen loop, because it's a little bit too, like a full-size card wouldn't fit here, but this fits here perfectly. So, and then, yeah, that's it, you guys. That is my planner setup, and it is, I am not planning on changing it anytime soon. I'm digging the size. I've got everything I need in here. I've got everything covered that I need, so I may be in this for a while. We will see. I'm not feeling the itch to try something else at this moment. So there's my planner. There's my planner bag. This bag that I showed you a little bit earlier is, like I said, from Deanna. It's So Sweet Stuff. She's got planner pouches. She's got like zipper bags like this. She's got pen, like bags that are specifically made to hold pens. They've got little sewn slots in them to slide your pens and pencils into. And I was using the camera bag that came with the Cocoa Daisy kits, and then when I opened up an order from Deanna, and she had tucked this in there with the camera fabric on it, look at that, that just matches perfectly that artwork in the Cocoa Daisy kits. I was like, well crap, I gotta use that. She put some suede on the top, which I love, and then the fabric on the bottom. And so I've got all of my on-the-go planner supplies in here, and I will go ahead and show you everything. Get it all out. So I have been known to sit on my planning period at school if I have some time and open up my planner and lay down some stickers if I need to. Sometimes I want to do a little bit of stickering at my coffee table, and I don't want to come upstairs and to use all of my stuff, so I always keep like the basic supplies in a little pouch. It goes in my tote bag or wherever my planner is. So to work, these things go to work with me, and then like right now, you know, if I needed to do something, I could just grab this bag and take it to the coffee table, take it to the bedroom, wherever. So I do always keep a little bag of these supplies. And first of all, what's in here, I've got for sure a pencil, and this is the mechanical pencil that came in one of the kits last year, I believe. And I have a 6-inch metal ruler. I use this mostly for tearing washi tape or cutting washi tape. I have an eraser that, see, pushes out at the end here. I got this probably at Michael's. I have my X-Acto knife, which I got at Michael's. I have, ooh, the top came off. Just click that back in. I have the glue stick that came in the noted kits this month. I love this glue stick. It's a little tiny glue stick, so you can put it into tight places, and it's got this cool little cap that clicks on, and it also has refills, which is like amazing. So that goes in there. That's good for gluing down die cuts or things that don't have adhesive backs. I have this package of pigment liner pens from Staedtler, and they're 4 different, get that over here, 4 different width, there you go, nib widths. So I have those in here if I need a black pen. I have a popsicle stick for the rub-ons if I need to do some rub-ons. I have my trusty craft tweezers. These are really good for putting down little stickers, like the little round date dots or some little tiny icon, and you know, you try to peel it up with your finger, and then you go to put it down and you can't even see it because your thumbs are so big, and you hope you get it in the right place, and then you didn't. I love. These are also good for lining up letters, the craft tweezers. I have a small pair of embroidery scissors. These are good for cutting washi or fussy cutting. And then I keep, for sure, the Cocoa Daisy washies that came with the kits. And then I usually pick out a few Simply Gilded washies to complement. And this time I just chose like white and gold. Stardust is life, you guys, in case you didn't know that. Stardust is life. And that is that, okay? Then I've got this little guy. So my friend Jen Bailey bought one of these and showed it to me, and I thought it was adorable, and so I decided to get one to hold my sticker sheets. Cocoa Daisy's stickers come in a lot of different sizes, and they sometimes send in their kits sticker albums, but the sticker albums don't hold all the size pages. They hold the smaller ones, which is nice to be able to take those on the go, but I want all my stickers together. I don't keep them separated. I open up all the stickers that I get and put them together in one giant pile, and then when I need a sticker, I go through all of them. So, you know, you have these tiny little sheets, and then you have these big, like, full-size sheets. You have these skinny sheets. These are the Daisy Week stickers. And then you have these like little half sheets. There's more of the weeks. And then you have this sheet that's like bigger than the half sheet, but not as big as a full sheet. Here's some more of the half sheets. I usually stack these like by like size. So the fact that they're all in here jumbled up is bugging me a little bit. There's the weeks again, and then the large sheets, there we go. And then there's this sheet from the planner kit, which is not quite as big as these, but definitely bigger than those. That goes there, 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 there. Then you have the alpha sheets, which are like my favorite things in the universe ever. I love these alphas, and they are, again, very similar. Actually, they look like they're the same size as this, aren't they? Hey, how about that? So there's those. And I mean, I don't care one whit that Cocoa Daisy doesn't make all their stickers the same size. I couldn't care less. I just need to make sure that I can carry them all together. So I like to stack them in here by size because I'm just weird like that. So I put those, and then those, and then these, and then this, and this little guy. It does have room. It's got like these little extra places for pens or whatever, but that makes the top of it really bulky, and I don't like that. So I just use this for stickers. I know I'm underutilizing it, but it's nice and thin. It fits very well in my tote bag with my other stuff, so I've got him. And then finally, for my setup is this photo box where I keep all of my clips and goodies for the month. So this stuff for me is purely decorative. I don't use my clips as bookmarks. I don't use them to, to mark a certain place or to find a spot in my planner. So if you ever see my photos and I have clips up there, it's just to be pretty and because they make me happy. And this photo box keeps them all protected. It's fairly narrow, as you can see. It's not much thicker than this, actually. It keeps them all protected, and I can keep things in here like my pops from Crystal at the Peach Palmetto. I even have, are my big ones in here? I usually keep even my large ones in here, although I don't know where they are at the moment. All of my little bows and my wire pieces from Lee DeKeto on Instagram. Cocoa Daisy. Christine sent her team members this one, which I love, and then I had purchased this one before. And everything, all of these items are just sort of in here carefully, but they all stay protected. They're not squished, they're not misshapen. I can fit everything in here, and then this way I can carry it all around and not have to worry about losing any of it or any of it getting destroyed. So that is that. So there you go, guys. There is my January setup in all of its glory. And hopefully, probably, I don't know, about 10 minutes, I'll be working on starting my February setup. And if I can get that done today, I can give you a little video walkthrough of that maybe tomorrow. Or maybe next weekend, depending on how quickly I get all those papers graded, because they're still sitting downstairs on the coffee table. I got about half of them done this morning, and I decided to take a break and come do this video, and now I got to do the rest. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about anything, or if you want to find any of those shop links, take a look at the description down below or leave me a comment. And I hope you guys have had a good January. I can't believe it's almost February already. The time is just flying. Bye, everybody. Till next time.